and now abusive debt collectors. They're using tactics that are illegal and that you should be aware of. And you're going to be stunned by just how far they'll go. Midnight calls, insults, even threats. Our chief investigative correspondent, Brian Ross, has it all on tape for 2020, and he's here with us now. This is really shocking, Brian.
Indeed, Robin. There is a law about what debt collectors can and cannot do, but our investigation found a record number of Americans are being abused and threatened by debt collectors.
2:57 a.m. Yes, Mr. Anson, this is the gentleman that was just at your door who you refused to open the door or talk with.
This phone call was made by a debt collector to a laid-off executive who had fallen behind on his car payments.
And if you refuse to answer the door to me, I guarantee you I will wake up every neighbor in your entire building. Okay, and I'll let everybody know you don't know how to pay your bills.
The foul language, the threatening tactics, and the timing of the call in the middle of the night are all entirely illegal under federal law, but quite common, according to at least one former debt collector.
Mean works better than nice.
Mean works better than nice.
In the terms of being a debt collector, it does.
Until he quit the industry in disgust with himself, Mike Flanagan was that kind of debt collector, making big money on the phone as Mr. Mean.
To ruin your day for the ultimate purpose to get your money, well, I don't mind ruining your day. I'll sleep fine tonight.
First of all, ma'am, that was pretty ignorant, but I wouldn't expect anything less from you because you are totally ghetto.
And debt collectors across the country have been caught on tape doing their own version of Mr. Mean. Tapes provided to 2020 by consumers and their lawyers.
Why don't you just go jump in front of a train? Why don't you do that? Get it over with.
There is nothing wrong with being a debt collector.
Roseanne Anderson, the general counsel of the Debt Collectors Trade Organization, says she is offended by such calls. But she says the vast majority of debt collectors follow the law and provide an important public service to the economy, collecting billions of dollars owed to American businesses.
Over the years, this is an industry that has had a very big black eye for alleged abuses and ugly practices. What do you say about that?
I say that stereotype is old and outdated.
Yet the most recent report by the Federal Trade Commission, which regulates the industry, found the number of consumer complaints had jumped 14% to a record level.
I need you to stop calling my job.
No, I'm not, because I'm not going to do that because...
Among the most frequent complaints, the illegal practice of calling consumers' workplaces to report the debt.
Do not call me at work, call me at home. You call me 7 times. If you do that, you will get me fired.
Whatever the case might be, if you can see it, what do I care? You're not paying the bill anyway.
And in a lot of cases, Robin, these people don't even owe the money, and the debt collectors still try to get them to pay.
They don't even owe it.
That's right. In many cases, that's one of the principal complaints.
So what can someone do?
Well, under the law, if you complain to a debt collector, the agency asks them to stop, they must stop. That's the law.
They must stop if you ask them to stop.
The other thing is, really, as you can see from this story, get them on tape and get a lawyer. That's what the debt collectors really fear.
The person who was almost 3 o'clock in the morning and said
exactly.
he didn't go to the door.
Right.
I guess not. It was 3 in the morning.
3 in the morning.
All right, Brian, thank you very much. And you can see all of Brian's report tonight, 10, 9 Central, on flat broke, begging and borrowing in America. It's a special 1-hour edition of ABC's 2020.